I'm Marcia. For today's class, we're going to do a program originated by Swami Rama called Joints and Glands. And this program focuses on exactly those things, our skeletal systems and our endocrine systems. You'll find that it is very systematic from the top of the head through to the tips of the toes. Some movements may be unusual. They are not necessarily classical asana like we normally do. But as you experience them, they'll make a great deal of sense to you. We will do some of the class seated. There will be portions that we will do standing with the support of a chair for balance. You'll also have the option to remain seated if that works for you as well. Remember to always be mindful to work within your capacity and comfort level. Let's begin. We'll start in mountain pose. Feet are hip width apart, toes pointing forward, hands rest on the top of the legs, elbows close to the sides of the body. Inhale, lengthen up through the tops of the shoulders, through the crown, through the palate. Exhale, sink down through the sitting bones, the backs of the legs against the chair, and the feet against the floor. And again, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, soften down. One more time. We'll begin right at the top. Using our fingertips, we'll bring them to the space between the eyebrows. And we're going to just gently make soft, small circles right on the eyebrows, towards the temples, moving closer to the center of the forehead, bringing your fingertips together as you massage, and lifting them closer to the hairline as you come to follow the contour of the hairline, relieving stress and tension with your touch. Come to the big joint of the jaw. So many people hold stress, hold tension there. And then move forward along the contours of the cheekbones. Coming to the centers of the eyes, the corners of the eyes, up the bridge of the nose, and back between the eyebrows. And just start to release tension there. Releasing your hands. Lift your eyebrows as high as you can and release. One more time, lift up really high like you're super surprised and release. And now bring your hairline down towards your eyebrows. Furrow your brow and release. And again, furrow your brow, feeling how that stretches the muscles under the scalp and release. Now, try those two actions together. First, furrowing the brow and then lifting the eyebrows and feeling the muscles trap between those two movements and release. Feeling it all through the head, even into the neck, as well as the face. And again, hairline comes down, eyebrows go up, and release. One more time. This time we'll bring the eyebrows up first, and then the hairline down. And release, and relax, and breathe. Our next exercise for the face will be a half squint. So I'll start on the left side, where I'm gonna squint my left eye really tight, feeling the pull from under the jaw, top of the head, temple forward, and release. And twice more, squint left, and soften, squint left, and soften. And take a second and compare how that feels between the two sides of your face. On the other side, squint right and release, squint right and release. One more time, squint and release. And of course, our next move will be to squint both eyes, drawing the whole face together towards the tip of the nose or between the eyebrows. Nice breath in. As you exhale, pull your face together into a hard pinch, and then release, eyes open, muscles relax. Squint the face and release. One more time, tightly compress and release. We are going to work the muscles that surround the eyes by moving them in a circular motion to 8 different points. Straight up, upper right, right side, lower right, down, lower left, left side, upper left, and up. Thinking of a compass rose, right? North, northeast, east, southeast, south, and so on. So, you want to move your eyes with attentiveness to the feeling of the muscles, okay? Don't overstrain. Alternatively, this is a great thing to do when you feel your eyes strained, especially from them focusing on a lot of close work. So, looking straight ahead, lift your eyes up, upper right, right, low right, down, low left, left, upper left, up, upper right, right, lower right, low, lower left, left, upper left, up. One more. Upper right, right, lower right, down, lower left, left, upper left, up. Palm your eyes. Let the warmth of your hand relax the action of those tiny muscles as you draw your attention there and see how it's possible to exercise them and how it feels in other parts of the face and head. Okay, we'll do it in the other direction. Breathing normally, sitting up straight. Raise your gaze straight up towards the ceiling, and then upper left, left, lower left, down, lower right, right, upper right, up, upper left, left, lower left, down, lower right, right, upper right, up, upper left, left, lower left, down, lower right, right, upper right, up. Come to center, and again, just palm your eyes, letting the gentle pressure and the warmth of your hands release the contraction of those muscles. We're going to continue to work with the muscles that support the eyes. You're going to take your thumb, it doesn't matter which hand you use, and bring it right to the tip of your nose. And as you look at it, your eyes are going to cross. And then slowly, while continuing to focus on the thumb, move it away from you. And bring it back. And move it away. And feel where those focusing muscles are in the head. As you bring it back. One more time. the way away, looking at it and watching it come back towards you. And release. And relax. So, just take a quick observation, and you can almost see from the top of the nose up is worked, and the rest of the body is just waiting. The next thing we're going to address is the mouth. And we'll do a few stretches here. We're going to open the mouth wide vertically, come to a kiss face, open it wide horizontally in a big cheesy smile, kiss face. And we'll go through that again 3 times. Take a breath in, exhale, open long, kiss, wide, kiss, long, kiss, wide, kiss, long, kiss, wide, kiss, and release. And now, again, feeling those muscles. The last exercise we'll do for the head is lion's pose. And this is a great posture to do at home because you're by yourself or you're with a friend and no one else is looking at you. Sometimes in class people get self-conscious, but maybe you're in your kitchen and it doesn't matter. So you want to sit up nice and straight, hands on your kneecaps. So lion pose, you're going to take a nice deep breath. You're going to inhale, draw your attention and your muscles in toward the center of the head. And then as you exhale, lift your head, open your eyes as wide as they can, stick out your tongue, opening the mouth completely. Maybe your hands reach forward and you flex your claws, maybe you roar. It's up to you. So we'll do it 3 times. Take a nice deep breath in and release, and in, and release, feeling all that work through the lower part of the jaw, the throat. One more time. And relax. And now, neck and shoulders. Gently drop your left ear toward the left shoulder. Stretching the right side of the neck. If that's too much into your neck, feel free to bring your fingertips gently under the left side of the face to help support. And lift up. And then we'll do it again. Just allowing the weight of the head to gently lengthen the right side of the neck. And lift up. Same thing to the right. Dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder. And lift. And to the left. I'm sorry, and to the right again. And lift up. Bring your head forward. And lift. And again, chin towards the chest, lengthening the neck. And lift up. One more time. And turn your head to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Exhaling. Inhale through center. Exhale right. Inhale through center. Exhale left. Inhale through center. Exhale right. Inhale through center. Exhale left. Inhale through center. Exhale right. Inhale center. And release. Drop your head down. And now track your chin towards the left shoulder. Exhaling. Inhale through center. Exhale right. Come back to center. Twice more, like you're drawing a smile with your chin. And relax. Terrific. So, moving more onto the shoulders. Lift your shoulders up. Draw them back and down. Inhale, lift up. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. And roll your shoulders. And exhale, down. Same thing now going forward. Bring your shoulders forward, closing the distance between the collarbones. Lift. Open them to neutral and down. Squeeze forward. Lift. Open to neutral and down. One more time. And release. And relax. Now, make sure your feet are pressing firmly. We're going to do a little bit more of an active movement. So you're going to bring your hands forward, either horizontal or perhaps even a little bit higher. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Bend the elbows, draw them back, and hinge just a bit. And lift and back. Inhale up. Exhale. Elbows back. Inhale. Hinge. Lift. Exhale as you come forward. And kind of just let the momentum take you here. And let's finish up and release. Okay. Next, we're going to lift our hands up. Palms are going to face behind you and elbows come straight down. Hands out, lift up, elbows down. Out, up, elbows down. Out, up, elbows down. Expanding the chest, lifting tall. Squeezing the tops of the shoulders away from the ears. One last time. And release. Bring your hands onto your shoulders. Elbows are going to face forward here. And we're going to lift them up, draw circles, bringing them back and together. Up, back, together. Up, back, together. Up, back, together. Up. Continue. 3 more. And make this the last one. You can release your arms for a moment. And we're going to go the other way. So again, fingertips touch shoulders. And this time they go back, out, together. Back, out, together. Back, out, together. Back, out. And again, 3 more. And release, release, release. We're going to do a chest expander. So hands straight out from the heart, together. Open, bend, stretch forward. Open, elbows bend, touch your heart, stretch forward. Open, touch your heart, reach forward, open, touch your heart, reach forward. And as you're doing these motions, feel as we're really working our way from the top down. About halfway down the trunk at this point. Not quite. Finish this one and do one more. Great. Remember, don't do too much. If 3 rotations is all that you can do, keeping a quality and control in the motion, then 3 is all you do. If 1 is all you can do and really have the motion be purposeful and not susceptible to gravity or momentum, then that's what you do for today. Bring your hands out to the sides. If you've got shoulder issues and your arms are tired, feel free to soften your elbows. That'll give you a little bit more comfort. And nice deep breath. Moving your hands forward. We're going to make arm circles, starting small, making them bigger. Working more into the rib cage now. And then switch directions and begin to make them smaller. And release. Give your shoulders a hug. Gentle massage. The next thing we're going to do, you can keep your hands straight out or you can just keep your elbows at your side. It won't matter. It's good either way. Okay. So now we're up to the wrists. Let your hands be soft and then lift your fingertips up to the ceiling. Point them down to the floor. Lift, down, lift, down, up, down. And let's make this the last one. And then roll both your hands to the right. You can open and close your fingers as you go. And the other side. And bring your hands forward. And you're going to really open them as much as they can go, and then slowly and joint by joint, starting with the very tips of the fingers, and then the second joint, and then closer to the palm, draw the fingertips in toward each other, and then slowly opening them up in the same way, moving away from the center, and in, and away, and in, away, and in. Now, we're going to come to a standing position. I've got a chair over here and a chair over there, so I can kind of go back and forth with what chair I'm using for what. For your purposes, if you're going to stand, then it doesn't matter what direction you're facing. Okay? If you're going to remain seated, our next posture, you're going to swing your arms, twist the body, and lift your opposite heel. If you're going to stand, here I would say stand behind the chair. Separate your feet and begin to just have your hands swing, lifting the opposite heel. You can slide one hand around the back of the chair and then the other. So you're twisting and you're looking past the shoulder, the other foot pivots on the ball of the foot. Maybe you just want the chair there, but you can swing your arms a little higher, bending at the elbows. Maybe let your hands gently smack against the body. That's nice for the lymph system. Moves the lymph along. You can do one hand and then the other. Whatever works and makes you feel secure here. And then slow down as your hands gently start to release closer to the hips. And relax. You can separate your feet, soften your knees, and bring your hands to the tops of the legs above the knees, holding firmly using your arms like pillars. If you're seated, okay, you just want your knees a little bit lower than your hips, and you want to lean forward. Okay. There won't be any motion throughout the arms and legs here. But you're going to take a nice deep breath, and you're going to press your feet down, gently activate the strength of the legs, the muscles of the seat, the pelvis, the low belly. As the navel pulls up, the breath is expelled. The organs gently are hugged by the abdominal wall, and release. Nice passive relaxation that causes breath to run into that vacuum you've created. So again, pressing your feet, working the legs, the pelvis, the belly. Squeeze out all of the air and relax. Air flows in. And again, gently hugging the abdominal wall to the organs. And relax and inhale. We'll do a few more. This is called an abdominal squeeze. And again, think of it as both a gentle compression for the organs, some strengthening for the abdominal wall, a flex and extension of the back, like this, the last one. And release. The next exercise we're going to do is a swim. And you can do this seated just as easily. You're just going to have your feet on the floor and you're going to hinge at the hips. Or you're going to soften your knees, hinging at the hips. And you are going to, just as advertised, swim. And you'll feel this in the ribs, in the waist. Right? Draw an elbow back, bring it forward, and then switch arms. As your arm comes up and over, you turn your head as though you were breathing. And this starts to work now into the hips, the upper legs. Really allows a surprising amount of muscles to be involved, which I guess is why they say swimming is such good exercise. Imagine if my legs were kicking here too. And then relax and release. We're going to do leg swings side to side. Okay, if you're seated, come close to the edge of the chair. Hold on firmly with both hands and just track your leg back and forth. If you're standing, you are going to support lightly on the side of the leg that's moving. Okay, so I'm going to press my right leg, I'm holding with my left hand, and I'm just going to swing that left leg back and forth. Be careful not to kick the chair. Now you're working into the pelvis and the insides and outsides of the legs as well as the hip. And release and switch. Other side. Moving the other leg. And release. Okay. Next, we're going to work a little bit more through the hips. And if you're standing, okay, I'm just going to put my fingertips here to show you that I'm going to just draw circles with my hips. Your feet should be a little bit wider than hip width. Your knees are soft, and you're making a big circle with your hips, with your navel. If you're seated, you're just hinging from the hips, and your whole torso is working in a circular motion. Now going in the other direction. Warming up not only the hips, but the knees here, getting them ready for more work as we move down the body. And release. Great. Okay, so again, holding onto the chair. Now it's the opposite leg that's going to work. So if I'm holding on with the right hand, I'm pressing into the right leg, the left leg is going to work. I'm going to lift my left leg and extend and release. And just move back and forth through the knee joint. Maybe flex as the foot comes forward, point as it comes down. And then relax. Do the other side. Lift the knee. And again, just moving the knee back and forth, flexing the heel away, toes point down as the leg comes back. And again, supporting with the right side. If you're seated, you're just at the edge of the chair, holding on for safety. Lift the left knee, make some circles. Try and keep the knee relatively stationary. And then go in the other direction. And relax. And the other side. Lift. And stir. And switch directions. And relax. Okay, now working specifically with the ankle. Pressing the right hand, the right foot, draw the left toes forward. Again, if you're seated, you're just going to press your right foot down into the floor and extend the left foot in front of you. And then flex and point and flex and point, and flex and point, and flex and point, and flex and point, and flex and point. And circle your ankles, opening and squeezing your toes. They go around, and then do the other side. And let's switch legs. Pressing into the left foot, gently float the right. Again, extending the right foot if you're in the chair. Holding on with your hands. And flex and point, and flex and point, and flex and point. Really working the toes, squeezing them tightly in the point, drawing them back on the flex. And then again, rolling the ankle. Other direction. And bring your foot down, relax, relax. Last one, we're going to balance on our toes. Okay. If you are seated, you are going to stretch your feet and press the balls of the feet into the mat and then release. Press so that your heels lift and then release. And do that. If you're standing, you are going to come here so you can see me. You can stand behind the chair. That'll probably give you a nice even support, okay? But just for better visual, I'm gonna stand next to you, okay? Take a nice breath in, press the ball of the foot, squeeze the toes, perhaps the heel feels lighter, and release. And again, squeeze the toes, press the ball, engage the arches, squeeze the legs together, working the muscles of the pelvis and the trunk in an upward direction. And relax. And one more time, rocking forward into the feet, using the strength of the legs, of the bum, drawing that contraction all the way up the midline of the body. One more breath. And release, relax, have a seat. Excellent. That's kind of some of the more vigorous stuff. And this part of the practice may be more familiar to you. So we are going to work in table pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, our legs are straight out from the hips, ankles under the knees, feet are parallel, hands onto the knees, sitting up tall, perhaps rocking back into the support of the shoulder blades. And breathe. Take a breath in, making sure there's a little bit of room behind you. Scoop the belly, cat pose, squeeze out the air. Inhale, draw your heart forward, lift your gaze, cow, nice deep breath, and arch and exhale. Feel the waving action of the spine, moving from the tailbone up through the trunk, the neck to the crown, and then back from the top down. Exhale starts in the tailbone and lifts. And the inhale starts in the head and goes back to the chair. Let's make this the last one. And relax. Okay. So we'll do a simple twist here. So allow your right hand to rest on your knee or a little bit above the knee so that you can press the heel of the hand into the leg. Release the left hand. As you lift the left hand, turn your trunk to the left. Watch your hand come up. Exhaling completely. Inhale, bend. Thread your left hand behind the right arm and the body and look to the right. Thread the needle. Exhale, twist. Working the trunk. Inhale through center, drawing your left hand behind the right. One more time. And release. Same thing on the other side. Positioning your left hand. Take a nice breath in. Drop the right arm. Exhale. And again, turn your belly, turn your heart, turn your shoulders and your gaze. Inhale. Thread that right hand behind the left. And arch and exhale. Inhale. Twist across the midline. Arch and exhale. Inhale and twist. And release. So the last posture in this section, which if you were on a mat would be done off of hands and knees in a traditional table pose, is a lunge. And what you're going to do here is a little bit differently. Let me turn sideways so you can see. You're gonna bend your left foot, plant the left ankle under the knee. You're gonna hold on either side of the left leg. You're gonna stretch the right leg back as far as you can and as straight as you can. Okay? And you are going to press through the heel. I know sometimes we use the muscles of the back body, the bum, and the leg to lift the leg. That's not what we're doing here. Today we're pressing back through the heel and using that energy to draw the front of the body forward. Okay, try and keep your hips level and in line. You can gently allow your gaze to rise. And release. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So, positioning your right knee over the ankle, holding firmly onto the chair, letting the left leg now go as far back as it can, and it might not go that far back, it doesn't matter. As you comfortably can, being the operative words. And again, straightening it as much as you can, pressing into the right foot and back through the left heel. Rebound that energy forward. And release. And again, move the body. Working into the legs, into the feet, and release. We're going to stand again, using the chair for support. Or if that doesn't work for you, before I get up, I'll show you. You're gonna now keep your leg behind you. You're gonna hold onto the chair with the opposite hand and just lift your hand and foot on the same side, away from each other initially. Arm comes out to the side as the foot lifts and down. Okay. If you're standing, that's gonna look like you're holding the chair with the right hand, and then your hand comes up, your toes come back, and you reach the belly forward and release. Hand comes out to the side, foot comes back, a gentle arch and release, and hand alongside the leg as the leg comes back, and release. Down both. Okay. Whether you're on the chair or leaning on the chair while standing, switch sides. Raise the outside hand up, leg comes back, gently lengthening the spine so that the curve is very gradual. And release, hand out to the side, and relax. One more, bring the foot behind you, reach for the heel, and relax. Excellent. Relax, relax, relax. So, finding ourselves comfortably on the chair again, we are going to release our hands, bring our palms out to the side, inhale them up, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist to the right. Twice more, lift, and just here you're just gently moving, drawing the left shoulder back as you look past it, lift up, twisting to the right, lift, twist to the left, lift, and to the right, and release. Sit back and relax. And just observe the body. We've really worked a lot from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. So, bring your feet on the floor, lean back into the back of your chair. Bring your toes to the mat. You can bring your heel if there's a stretcher on the chair to balance it on there. You can use your hands to hold underneath the knee and curl forward. Breathe into back body as the front of the belly is compressed, and release, and we'll do the other side. So here, traditionally, you'd be laying on your back, drawing your knees in, lift, and curl. And a lot of these motions are familiar in our chair yoga practice. And relax. Stretch your left leg out. Bring your ankle on top of the right shin. If it's available to you to bring over the knee, you can do that, but it doesn't matter. In our regular practice, we would bring our legs in towards us, but here we're gonna come forward towards the legs. So sit up, hold the chair, or hold on to your hips, or hold onto the leg. And you don't have to hold it, you might just touch it with your fingertips. Nice deep breath, and fold forward. So either way, your trunk and your legs are coming closer. You're getting that squeeze through the abdomen. The hip is opening. And lift up. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, whether your knee is available to have the foot on top or it's on the shin. And holding the chair by your hips or your leg. Makes no difference. Lift and hinge. And lift up. Almost done. I hope that you're as proud of yourselves as I am of you. So, the last exercise is a pelvic tilt, and it sets up very similar to bridge pose. However, bridge pose is a back bend, and here we're not bending the back. We are elongating it in a very, very straight way. and that will allow us to work to strengthen all the muscles of the back body. I'm going to say the bum does really the heavy lifting here to keep everything in line. Okay, so I'm going to go sideways so you can see me best. I'm going to bring my feet a little bit forward of my knees. I'm going to bring my hands behind me. And then I'm going to start to move my knees towards my feet and bend my elbows. Working the bum, I'm trying to make a straight line with my body. And then relax. You can repeat that action, but if you felt secure there, you might bring your feet in a little bit closer, working on the balls of your feet, which will allow the knees to come lower than the hips. That's going to give you more space to maneuver. So again, wherever you are is the perfect place. Nice deep breath. Stretch your knees forward, your shoulders back, work the bum. Feel it vertical from the top of the head down, through the length of the trunk, the tailbone, even the tops of the legs are in that line. And release. Once you're sure you're on the chair firmly, relax down. You can support on your legs. You can separate your legs for more space. And just relax, relax, relax. I'm going to come on up and relax some more. Okay. There is, in fact, a unique relaxation for this practice as well. It's similar to our regular progressive relaxation. You are going to be as comfortable as you can make yourself. So, leaning back against the seat of the chair, extending your legs, softening the knees, toes float away from each other, hands are on the tops of the legs, palms face up, so the shoulders release away from the neck and ears, relaxing tension in the jaw, the root of the tongue, the temples, the face, the eyes are resting in their sockets, behind their lids. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, just relax, relax, relax. Relax your body and also your mind. Draw your attention to the crown of the head. And as we move down through the body, almost feel like someone is covering you with the softest of woolen shawls of relaxation. In the way that we exercised and worked the body from the top down, you want to relax and release in that same manner. The crown, the forehead, the corner of the eyes, the edges of the nostrils, the ears and temple. The tongue, the jaw, the neck and throat, the shoulders, arms, elbows, wrists, fingers drawing away from the palms, the shoulder blades, the ribs, the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the diaphragm, the belly with its digestive and reproductive organs, the sacrum, the pelvis, the hips, the legs, knees, shin, calves, ankles, heels, the arches of the feet, and the toes. All relaxed, all at rest, effortless. Begin to now deepen your breath and draw your attention back up the body, through the feet, the legs, hands, wrists, elbows, shoulders, the collarbones, neck, throat, jaw, tongue, nostrils, corner of the eyes, the space between the eyebrows, the forehead, and the scalp, all the way to the crown. Take 10 deep abdominal breaths that as you breathe, the entire body breathes, as though you could breathe through every pore. After your 10th breath, bring your feet to the floor, hands onto the legs, sitting up straight, taking 5 more breaths. Bring your hands to the center chest and rub them together. Transferring that warmth to your face, palming your beautiful eyes. Allow your eyes to gently open into your hands. And as the light seeps in, around and between your fingers, remind yourself that you're a citizen of 2 worlds, the world within and the world around you. I hope that this practice was useful to you today. Please, if you have questions, you can reach out to me in the comments, or you can bookmark it and do it over and over if it worked for you. Thank you for practicing with me today. I wish peace for the world, for you or loved ones, and peace for you. Om Shanti.